So what I want to do is stretch myself. It'd be easy if I just taught a class at Pepperdine Law School, but I teach another one. It's at San Quentin Penitentiary. I'm not kidding. I've got all of these terrific felons in my class, and we talk about the same stuff. Here's the deal. Their mistakes are a little bit more obvious. Some of these guys have life. They are never getting out. But some of them have a second shot. What I want them to do is to have clarity, and that's what I want for you too. There's a great verse in Colossians 4, and it says this. Paul says, "My hope is this, that I could present the mystery of the gospel of Christ and to do it with clarity." What I want my friends, I want you, I want myself, Sweet Maria, all the people I work with, my friends who are in San Quentin, to present their message with clarity. And the way we get clarity is authenticity, is to just get real about what's going on in your life. What I'll do with my friends at San Quentin is this. I'll have them make paper airplanes. If you've got some paper around, you got to do this. I'll have them fold it and make all the creases. And what we end up doing is we have all of these creases and intricate folds. And then I'll have these guys stand up and one at a time start throwing these things to see how far they'll go. And the crazy thing is the ones that look super elaborate don't go very far. They look awesome, but they don't go far. I want you to abandon what your faith looks like, abandon what your life looks like, and I want you to go far in your faith. I want you to go far in your life. You know, the crazy thing is this. If you want your airplane to go the farthest, check this out. This is what you do. You crumple it up. That thing will go a mile. And what God does sometimes in our lives is we'll have these setbacks. We'll have a couple things where we see all these creases. And I think what Jesus Christ sees is possibilities. He sees there's a person that is actually going to get real with their faith, real with the community of people around them. They're ready to carve this new groove and go Grand Canyon on it. That's what I wanted you to do. When I grew up, my parents, when I forgot to say thank you, they would jump in and say, "You're welcome." Did that happen to you? You know it did. I would jump into my dinner and I'd like dive in because I was so hungry and it's mac and cheese. And then I'd forget to say thank you to my mom. And so with a furrowed brow, she would say, "You're welcome." Well, I ended up learning the importance of politeness and to say thank you when somebody says you're welcome as a word of correction. Well, I go to Uganda. This is many, many years later, and I've studied up on all of the politeness and all the etiquette around the country because it's a very British kind of colony for 50 years. And I get off the plane just knowing I'm just going to do everything right. I'm there 5 minutes, and a Ugandan says, "You're welcome." I'm like, rats! I'm like, "Thank you," but I didn't know what I did. 10 minutes later, another Ugandan says, "You're welcome." I'm like, dang it. The third time a Ugandan said, "You're welcome," I slowed it down a little bit and I realized they're saying, "You are welcome here." These aren't words of correction, they're words of invitation. And I think what I want us to know is that we're invited. This thing that Jesus did is he said, "You are welcome. Bring your ambitions, bring your dreams, bring the real you, not the fake you. Leave that one on the bus. But to bring this because you're welcome to just bring who you are." I'm a healer that heals people that realize that they actually need one. Well, we got to this first village. I wanted to play with some of the Ugandan kids and kick the soccer ball around a little bit. And when we had them all exhausted, and me too, we jumped in the Jeep and we're starting to leave. And as we're pulling away, I'm like waving to the kids like goodbye. And there's like 10 kids running after the Jeep. And now there's like 20 kids. And so I get both hands going. There's like 30 kids running after the Jeep. And I asked the driver, like, "What's the deal?" And here in America, this means hi. In Uganda, it means follow me. Isn't that awesome? And I realized that's what I've been doing with Jesus. He keeps saying like, "Bob, follow me." And I'm like, hi. That's what's been happening with your ambitions. You're waving at him. I think you ought to follow him. What are your ambitions? What are the things that you really want to do? Who are you? Where are you? What do you want? And figure out what you want, and then follow those ambitions. You'll know the right ones. If your ambition is to knock off liquor stores, you'll be in my class at San Quentin. But if your ambition is to draw a little closer to the people around you, be a little bit more available to your family, I'm telling you, stop waving at them.